Today's topic is going to be identity. What is identity and why it's so important? Identity is who you are. Personality is what you show to other people. Also a nice and groundbreaking concept because the idea of personality being you is false because your personality shifts around the people you're with. If you're with the people who do those certain of things, your personality will change. If you're talking with this specific person, your personality will change. Your personality is not you, it's the mask you put on yourself. And we want to reduce this mask or get rid of this mask and be as authentic as possible. So, what is identity? Identity is the idea of yourself, you feeling yourself, and you having your thoughts and your beliefs. Identity is when you have the how do I say, the same repeating thoughts over and over and over again, in terms of like, okay, those thoughts are me, those are the beliefs that we don't question, most likely, because again, identity is basically our beliefs that form us, not nature and nurture. Nature side is pretty self-explanatory, biology, psychology, and all of that, which can be altered if nurture side is maximized, and the nurture side is our beliefs, our society, everything that shapes our daily lives, what we want to accept and what we don't want to accept, how open-minded we are or how close-minded we are. And now, what why am I yapping about this? Is to give you the idea of, okay, how do we use this for myself, or how do I even use this, or how do I even implement this? This video, that's exactly what I'm going to tell you. So, I have this paper I've showed in one video with belief. Those are basically affirmations in a sense. My identity. I don't act on emotion. I'm rational and things like that. Basically, just to repeat to yourself. Identity for so let's make this clear. I don't believe in that humans don't change. This is complete fallacy for me, and I have proof. Proof is me. I changed a lot of times, and I believe, and I'm a strong believer that people always do change, and I hate the idea of, oh, you can change because it's depressive, and it's not true. So, how does one use the idea of um, beliefs and identity to its own thing? So, self-image, for example, is one of the things that we can counter a link with, no, interlink with identity. Self-image is something, the way you see yourself. Do you see yourself as successful or not? Do you see yourself as this or not? Things like that. So, as I said, as for interruption, I'll continue. So, what is identity and how can we implement this? But before we continue, Vindigun has said, as always, thanks you for watching. Now, let's get to it. So, I hope you know this, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you. If you want to change, you have to change. That sounds weird. I like, duh, but let me explain. So, idea of you changing is not an easy process and not this type of process. Idea of your changing is building trust with yourself, changing your actions almost completely, and implementing what others have in yourself. So let's break down. I'll start with implementing what others have in yourself. For you to become an athlete, you have to think like an athlete. You have to have the person who is athlete and know how he thinks, and accept the same patterns in your own brain. For that, you have to destroy your old beliefs. How do we destroy our old beliefs? There are such as known knowns and unknown knowns. There are beliefs that we never question, that are deeply rooted in us, and that we should question and we should reveal, and this is basically how we seriously change. And known unknowns, which are basically beliefs which we know about, which we question, which we challenge even maybe, and that always hesitate or are being constantly challenged. Our idea is to destroy old beliefs, accept new ones, which are beneficial for us and which are true. Okay, how do we do that? Well, first of all is destroying the old belief. How do we destroy belief? can't really die. As I said, it's a pattern of thought, so we have to change it. How do we change it? How does our brain operate? For us to accept new belief, it needs to be beneficial, which is really important. It needs to be deep rooted in your purpose, aligned with your purpose, and it also needs to be how do I say it? It needs to be, in a sense, a little extreme, and also, well, it needs to, if you're going to basically accept the others' beliefs and change, it needs to be back up with proof. So let me give you an example. If a fat person has the belief that eating whatever he wants is his right, how do we deal with that? Well, we can't deal with that because that's the truth. But how do we change his beliefs even if he wants to change these beliefs? If he believes he can eat whatever he wants, why don't he eat good things for his health? Why don't he eat things that won't make him depressed in the long run and fat and obese and basically have serious consequences with his health? And all of those things, basically. I hope you can break down what I mean by this. The main idea is awareness is the key. The more awareness you have of yourself, the better you're going to make in your life. Simple. Self-reflection and awareness and planning, one of the most important skills. Okay, so awareness. How does this work? You have to become aware of your beliefs. For example, someone has a belief of being a Muslim, and he's challenging his beliefs constantly by talking to Christians, debating, and all that stuff. Now, how does he change his belief from being a Muslim to being a Christian? Well, let's do what Einstein would tell us and revert this. How can we guarantee that this person will never change a belief? Run his experience with people that are opposite of his belief. Prove that his belief now is true, even though if it may actually not be. And okay, I don't want to be using religion here. Let's say someone believes, how do I say something that won't offend anybody? Let's say someone believes that saving money is a good thing. How do we make him never change this belief? We never provide him evidence, and we never challenge his beliefs. We never give him a try or give him any cues of this belief being wrong. Basically, we give false evidence for this belief being true. And we're not encouraging him to challenge his own beliefs. We're not encouraging him to do any of those things. And we're making him addictive to dopamine. Now, let's revert all this. How do we make him change? Basically, the reason why I told how we don't make him change is because now we have a clear idea. This is basically the trick Einstein used to do. If you don't have a clear answer of, for example, how do I become a healthy person? Revert the answer in the negative idea or the positive idea, depends on what your main answer is. Basically, revert the idea and maybe make it a little bit more extreme. Just for this. For example, how do one become healthy? Okay, how do one become unhealthy? Junk food, not care and not love it for oneself, not exercising, not caring for your body, not caring for your mind, and all of those. And then you can go like smaller and smaller and all of that. That out of the side. Okay, how do we change his beliefs? We show and expose him to other people who are the same beliefs. No, we show and expose him to the people who have different beliefs. Once we do that, what we do is, hold on, I'm gonna come back in a second. So let's continue. So again, how do we show him that, how do we change his beliefs? First, we expose him to other beliefs that are contradictory with his and are different from his. We show evidence of the beliefs that he has currently being false and show evidence of the beliefs we want him to accept True. That is true, basically. And he has to want it. That's another big thing. He has to want it because you can't force anyone to have a belief if you don't, if he doesn't want to, no matter what. Okay, you can mislead them. What our big corporations do, and integrate things and nurture them by building up and conditioning them to believe one thing. But once they're challenged, if you want to change the belief that already is there and is conditioned, you have to try hard and you have to. Basically, a person has to want it. So yeah, don't force anyone to change it they don't want it. Then you have to explain them a step-by-step plan of what he will feel, how he will experience, and tell him exactly that it's okay. You will feel the need and want to be stuck to your old beliefs, but like this will be like this, and this will be like this, and then soon you'll understand that this belief is actually true. This will actually happen. Again, as I said, person needs to want it, and that thing will be we need to make the new belief easily replaceable, ideally, and maybe even extreme. Yeah, maybe even extreme. So, or not extreme, depends on the belief. So those are the things. So now let me give you a clear example so you better understand what I meant by this. How can one become a gym bro? How can one never become a gym bro? Using the Einstein's method. Well, he doesn't go to the gym consistently, doesn't cares about his health, eats whatever he wants, doesn't consume, basically doesn't exercise consistently, doesn't cares about his sleep and all of that. Okay, how can one become gym bro? Gym bro, he is consistent with the gym. He's eating enough calories to book up. He's sleeping well. Those are the main things. Okay, how does the one become curious? Oh no. Okay, how does no? That's too philosophical right now. We're talking about different things. So that's the idea. For you to change, you need to accept and want to change. That's the first thing. You want to change and for example, you want to become athlete. Okay, how do you not become an athlete? Probably keep living like you are living right now, or not eat healthy, not care about your body, not exercise regularly, not recover properly, and all of those many things. As much as you can recover, write the better. There's actionable step by the way. Write the things that a person you want to become has in his beliefs. And how do I become the person? Like, how do I become a financially stable person? How do I not become the financially stable person? All of those things. Okay, nice. Then once you have those, this is going to be groundbreaking. This is literally the tip that is so much powerful. Listen to me really precisely. You do those things. Now, that's straightforward. You put in reps in those things and try to implement those. Now, how can we even more effectively destroy the belief and even addiction? Well, we give them, again, as I said, awareness. We give them information of this being bad, this being good. Give them awareness and information, make them even want to more to change. Then we link this to their own personal things, because that's why it's so powerful when you're sharing your experiences with others, especially if it's universal experiences. For example, on self-improvement. Let's say a guy starts a self-improvement and basically you've been through those beginner phases, and you give them advice. You tell them, buddy, I know exactly how many roots you will have. Well, not like that. I will know exactly how deep of the roots you will have, bro. Like, I genuinely understand you, and I genuinely know it's really hard for you right now, and all of those things, but trust me, eventually it works out. You just want to be courageous enough, and you just want to want it enough, and you'll succeed, brother. Like, feel free to always sit down and think everything will be okay. I'm in this rut. but I want to change, so I'll seek the answers and I'll get out of this. This is how you motivate them, even, and give basic conditions them to the success. Now, as a man thinketh, so is he. What you consume is what you are. If you consume those type of things, you'll become this thing. So again, how do we change one's beliefs? We expose him to the content according to the belief he wants to accept. Simple. Just a quick guide, actionable steps. Start consuming videos of the people who have the things you want and have the beliefs you need to have. Start consuming things that will result in forming the same beliefs as these people have. Start become more aware and get information on why your present beliefs are wrong. Write and use inversion method of how can you change your belief and how you can become this person, this identity, and accept it to yourself and make it part of yourself, because it's going to be painful, really painful. That's why most people don't talk about it. It's going to be really, really, really hard to change, because for your new identity to occur, your old has to die out, which is hard, and it's not the click thing. That's why discipline is such a big thing. But after some time, guess what? You eventually will succeed if you truly want it. Simple. That's the outcome of life. If you truly want it, you'll eventually succeed. Truly believe in that, truly know that. You write down all of the things that will make you become this person and that will not make you become this person. Start exposing yourself to the content that is aligned with the new beliefs you want to adopt and have. And you become aware of your current beliefs and why you have them, and you become aware of those addictions you have, and you understand, okay, I have those addictions because I'm addicted to dopamine, but I need to change this. I need to get dopamine from different things, and I need to understand that this dopamine is bad. This is bad for me. And once those things start, once you expose yourself to those ideas and thoughts and content long enough, it will become the part of you, slowly but surely. So I hope this video helped you. Thank you for watching. A mini reminder of you. I know it was a little rough ending, but yeah, that's basically all I had to talk about. Yeah, pretty much. Hope this helped. Hope this gave you a lift. So please write this in the comments. One guy wrote like a couple of on one of my videos that has really helped him and make him more aware and reminded him, which touched me really much. I would really appreciate if you do that. Yeah, this is just a reminder to subscribe, like, and all of those things if you want to. I'm not forcing. If you don't like the content, you can dislike even. So thank you for watching. Give me feedback and on how can I improve, and genuine thank you for sticking here with me and actually listening to me. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.